Hello everybody, it's Bourbon Bill, and tonight, a very special episode. We're back with one of my favorite legacy distilleries who finally pulled their big boy pants on and produced what I hope is another hitter in a long line of hitters with a few shitters. It's Elijah Craig Barrel Proof Batch B525. Big shout out to Nate Roberts. You the man, sir. Thank you for helping me get this early for the earliest review, but not the first review. What can I do? I'm a small player in the bourbon YouTube community and I need help. So thank you, Nate, for sending this over. Here it is, everybody. You might have heard good things about it. You might not give a shit, but we're here tonight to talk about the finer points of B525. And oh, you know, if you've been a fan of this channel, comparisons are gonna fly tonight with a lot of Elijah Craig barrel proofs. So let's just step back and recap 2025 so far year to date. A125, like a 10-year something low proof dog shit. No one cared. Early reviews said it was crap. I didn't even buy it. I used to buy all of these, but I was like, you know, screw it. Screw it. If we remember, A123 was the last Elijah Craig barrel proof to wear the coveted 12-year age statement on the side label. After that, they gave us some stupid spiel of, oh, well, it'll be what the barrel ages are. It'll vary. And by the way, every single damn one has been younger than 12 years, except for C920, which is just a gift that they haven't re-gave. So here we are, A125, horseshit. B525, in the right direction. We have an 11-year, 6-month age on this. 126.2 proof, compute, 63.1% alcohol by volume at a still killer price of $74.99 or $75 hairs at the store nearest you. So there you go. So look, even the A125, which we just shat on and said, oh, it's terrible. It's not terrible. It's good for the money, right? But when you know and think back to what Elijah Craig Barrel Proof used to put out, it's just been a few steps back, right? But by no means they're all good. Every single one is worth $75 hairs. That's our caveat. Every single one has been worth $75 hairs. And I just said it again for you. But we really would like them to go back to the older stuff, right? That's where the real magic is. And they've obviously made them generally younger, except for C923, since the A123 cutoff. So there you go. So are we back, baby, to the old times? B525, gosh, I hope so. Thanks again, Nate. On the nose. Holy shit, we're back, baby. What a nose. Oh my God, this is all oak and red fruit and caramels. Oh man, there has not been one in a hot minute. That was this like raspberry, red fruit. Nice oak, the caramel. The nuttiness here is dialed back. Okay, this, oh man. This is the Elijah Craig Barrel Proof that Papa wants. And we're finally, I mean, this has not been seen in a long time. Wow, like chocolate, raspberry, caramels, oak. Man, I'm loving this nose. Down the hatch. Holy shit. Oh, it's so good. Oh, it's so good. Welcome back. Welcome back. Look. Wow. Okay. A lot of oak. The red fruit comes through here. There's a little bit of chocolate on this one. Caramels. You know, this is good. This is one of the A+++ absolute must buy in 2025. This will be in the top 10 bourbons of the year unless somehow their C batch overtakes this, but given their track record recently, I doubt it. This is phenomenal. Can't say enough good things about it. The flavor's all here. All here. Oh gosh. You know, I know why I love this so much. Like the red fruit oak combination here on the finish. This is a touch sweeter, certainly a touch sweeter. But why I like this is this actually drinks towards what the Hardin's Creeks are from Beam. Like, I know it's not that old, right? But just that like raspberry, chocolate, oak thing combination, this is one to get. Okay, I've said it a couple times. Pick this up, please. And now we're going to talk about the comparison. So, look, this is certainly better than A125. I didn't review that bottle, but it certainly is. So for the same amount of money, this is the one you want to buy. Now, look, again, I used to buy all of them. I did not buy A124 last year. I only bought B524 last year. So B batch first, B batch, here we are. This one was 11 year, 2 month at 130.6 proof, compute 65.3% alcohol by volume. So a little bit proofier. Oh, a few months younger though. 4 months younger to be exact. I really like this bottle. It did place well in my bourbons of the year, surprisingly. I did sample C920 from last year as well, and I thought that was decent, but I like the B a little bit better, I gotta say. Although they were neck and neck, so if you like the C better than the B last year, I'm okay with that. You know, that's a fine answer to have. The A was not as good, though. I did try it even though I didn't have a bottle of it, but this was the only bottle I bought last year. I used to buy all 3 bottles, so like, when they dropped off, I dropped off. But I'm glad that B525 has really brought it back. And I think, even though this bottle was a absolute buy last year as well, I don't think this is going to hold up to the B525. I really don't. It's got a lot more air. So here's the B524 from last year. Here's our B525. Guys, I'm not joking. The B525 is like a shade darker. Just a shade, but that's good to know. All right, B524 on the nose. See, here is the difference, folks. This one's got a caramel, but it's got this like nutty dry oak to it, which you know I like and some of you like, right? That's what's on B524. So if you think back to B524, you really liked it. That's not what B525 is. B525 is much sweeter, much more red fruit heavy, and no nuttiness. B524 is very that nutty oak. All right, B524 down the hatch. Yeah, B524 is very good, but it is that peanut, nutty, with oak and caramel, right? But no red fruit to speak of, really. Like it wants to be there, but it's not. It's a little bit drying. Not at all what B525 is. So B525. For my palate, B525 is light years better. Now, we just commented on this feels like we're back, you know, to the older 12-year age statements. Are we? Read them and weep. A123, the last of the 12-year age statements, right here on the side. 125.6, compute 62.8% alcohol by volume. So a little bit lower in proof than the B525, but a little bit older, right? And does come with that age statement. And look, I just got this bottle recently sitting on the shelf in New Hampshire, a state control store. This was sitting on the shelf behind a bottle of A125, which nobody wanted. There it was, A123 for $74.99 in 2025. Let that sink in. Okay, look, I'm going to say this right now, and you pay attention. A123 was one of the best Elijah Craig barrel proof batches ever. I don't care, you 2020 diehards. This is one of the best batches they've ever released. And if C923 would not have been released, this would have been the champion for the past several years. So this is also a fresh bottle, similar to our B525. So we're getting a pretty, you know, fresh comparison, if you will, on this one. And you're welcome. You're welcome. No other channel provides this level of in-depth review and history versus current. So give us a subscribe, give us a like, give us a super chat, helps out. All right, A123 right here in the glass, B525. A123 might be just a scooch darker, maybe just a scooch, but hardly perceptible. A123 on the nose. God damn, it's even oakier than the B525. Okay, so, but this is very much in line with the B525 for nose. Oh yeah. Guys, if you loved A123 but you're out, you can't get no more, B525 is for you. These are both sweeter, they both have the red fruit, they both mix the red fruit with a lot of oak. The A123 just has a touch more oak, is a little bit richer on the nose because it's older, probably. Down the head. God damn, I forgot what a magician on the mouth A123 is. Oh, gosh. A123 is so oaky. It's just clearly older. All right, B525. Guys, they're right there. They're right, like B525 is 95% of A123. It's just not quite as oaky and it's not quite as deep, but man, this is it. B525 is a return to what some of those delicious 12-year age statements ones used to taste like. It really is, especially if you like the sweeter fruit, red fruit notes with the oak and you want less of the nuttiness. This is for you. And now I feel like we'd be remiss if we didn't cover it, because I know a lot of you, this is your unicorn and you don't want to hear nothing about it. C920, also obviously a 12-year age-dated bottle at 132.8 proof, compute 66.4% alcohol by volume. A lot of you swear by C920, his last real Elijah Craig barrel proof. Besides, of course, C923, and look, I have a C923. I didn't bring it up tonight because that's not the league of bourbon we're talking about. Yes, it's Elijah Craig barrel proof, but C923 was over 13 and a half years old. Okay, it's not. It's better than all these. Okay, that was certainly better than C920. Sorry to say if you thought otherwise, but it's not. So anyway, here it is, C920. Thank you, my buddy Chris, for giving me this bottle a long time ago. Love this bottle, really do. It's a great harken to the old days of Elijah Craig barrel proof. C920, A123. A123 is a little lighter. B525 is a little lighter. So C920 is a little darker. Could be because it was higher up in the rick house, right? Interacted with the barrel a little better, which is where it got its higher proof from. You know, both of those are in the 120s. We gotta keep that in mind. This is 132.8, I believe. Yep, 133. C920 on the nose. A little bit drier though. This is like, it's got a red fruit to it. A lot of caramel, like barrel char, but you know, surprisingly, it doesn't carry as much sweet oak on the nose as the other two, but it's got this barrel candy, barrel char note with the red fruit. Down the hatch, C920. Man, is that good. And I get why so many of you love that. It's just very barrel char heavy with some red fruit. But surprisingly, it doesn't have a lot of sweet oak to it. It certainly doesn't taste young, but it doesn't have a lot of sweet oak to it. A123. I prefer A123 on the nose, I gotta say. Call it blasphemy if you will. A123 to me is better than C920. I said it. C920 is a different flavor profile, don't get me wrong, and you're not getting that flavor profile today. So, but A123 is oakier, and I like that. That's my jam. B525. I might pick B525 over C920. I might back to C920. C920 is, almost feels like it's port finish. It's got so much like red fruit to it, like barrel char. And it's proofier, but I just prefer the balance on this B525. B525 beats C920 for me as well. So there you go. That is shocker to a lot of you. It is what it is, folks. C923 is still the king for me. A123 below that. And now B525. This is finally a return to greatness. Whew. I feel good that we're back. You know, like, come on, Heaven Hill. Like, you can do better. I'm glad to see you finally have. But, you know, but sadly, if you look at the stats of B525, you see 11 and a half year. Like, okay, that's almost 12, right? You see the proof, 126. Like, you know, it doesn't scream that, like, this is the best batch in years. Yet it is. This is the best batch since A123. And we're in B525. Like, let that sink in. Like, guys, this is a hitter. B525 is legit. It's going to certainly make top 10 bourbon of the year. It really is. Knowing Heaven Hill's track record, Is C925 going to be great? Probably not. Like, this is probably your gift for 2025, right? I gotta say, you gotta pick one of these up if you like A123 or you like the sweeter stuff. A123 is a little bit better, but obviously, I know I found one, but probably pretty hard to find. That was sheer dumb luck. Pick one of these up when you can find them, everybody. If you like what we saw tonight, please like, comment, and subscribe. We'll see you next time. Have a good evening, everybody.